In the final furlong to home, mashed up in a cross-section of what I saw were ruminations on my so-called adventurous life, which is really an ongoing debate about my sense of perception. Back on the deck at home, half nude as I acclimatised from the heat and movement of running for 3 hours, I slowly ate chickpeas from the tin, which is a rare speed of eating for me. I'm thinking with scepticism about being an adventurer, engaging in daring and risky activities in unfamiliar places, often with only a hint of the expertise required to be there. Much like my wariness of real estate agents, I've seemed to gloss over the truth with half-truths, pitching stories as audacious, unable to see that so many other people do things tougher, riskier, more challenging, perhaps even more rewarding in far less publicised ways. There is truth to the idea that I like seeing what lurks in hard-to-reach places, and I might be plucky and enterprising, which fits the bill of adventure. But brave and heroic should never be keywords of my films, in my bio, or anything else associated to me. More than that, these bold terms of adventure should be questioned. I say this because at various stages I've unwittingly bought into that mindset and looked at maps and charts as if I were a conqueror, out to beat the world. Day 3 without showering, in need of a haircut and shave, about to leave the house to buy milk, I was in fact on the comfortable side of an identity crisis, having come to terms with the fact that I was not the man I thought I was. Such a breakthrough in thinking is to acknowledge that I have a uniqueness born of influences, which seems a little more scripted than innate, including summer camps and universities, stinking male-only share houses, roadside diners, expeditions, films, women, family. I am flawed and oscillate between being mildly and intensely curious about our world, and that makes me and my newish, ongoing, close-to-home trips interesting. Rather than loading up with expensive gadgets and upskilling to the point of perfection, I'm setting off in the full knowledge that I'm weighed down with metaphorical baggage, so my aim now is to take as little real equipment as possible. Where I go and where I might end up are a little shady, and research from the bottomless pit of Google is often lacking. Before I begin, let me be clear, as my great flaw is impatience. This is not a guidebook for the good life, nor will I preach about the importance of challenge and epiphanies, hardship and breakthroughs. Backyard adventuring is about concocting meaningful events and experiments that challenge me, that redefine my childhood sense of the hero's journey, that force me to look intimately in everyday places and question how I live among others. Ultimately, it's about being pissed off enough to take care of myself, others and non-human life, and happy enough not to let myself, others and non-human things bother me all the time. Balance between firing myself up and wetting myself down is the great act of perception I'm taking on. Quite simply, this book is a set of stories told by a red-headed bloke who has redefined his sense of adventure.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.